Greetings, everyone. My name is Lavenda Monroe. You already know, aka your dorm room actress. And to my right, I have
the legendary CTS Dope. What's going on?
a little bit, not a lot. And then to my left, I have
Why the fuck I always gotta go last?
Why are you cussing? We literally just said.
We just went over this.
Don't cuss.
Did we say that? I thought we said don't say the N word.
That as well. There are two things that we said.
Okay.
Damn, we couldn't cuss.
You know what?
That's what beeps is for.
Do what y'all want.
That's what beeps is for.
Anyways, well, as
Yeah.
you can see, we're a lovely throuple. And thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Somewhere on Sunset, aka S.O.S.
Yes, sir.
So let's get into some things. We're coming in hot already. How was your holiday? Who would like to start?
I missed y'all, man.
What did you do? What you do for New Year's?
I seen Lav a few days ago. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to do the sexy chop.
Yeah, it's giving Jada.
And we had a nice little conversation. We was talking about you.
Did.
We was talking about you on the low. I ain't
Oh, yeah?
gonna lie,
Yeah,
bro.
we
was
We was
shit.
definitely talking shit about you.
What was the conversation, man?
Everything.
I can't tell you to your face, but
Okay.
we
What did you say?
said some,
I said everything about
we
him
said
just
some things.
fit.
Oh.
We was talking about how to cut you out,
Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Okay.
and
You
just
just going Joe Budden.
like just do like
That.
Do us.
yeah,
Gotcha,
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. Make you like behind the scenes
Okay.
kind of like
Okay.
and
Yeah.
you know,
And
Hey,
he-
man.
but still wanted you to like promote it on your page.
Oh, you wanted me to do the promotion?
Yeah.
Got you, but
Yeah,
not
yeah.
be on the
just
show.
off the strength.
Let me
of,
tell you
like,
something.
Because he came downstairs with
friendship.
them gray sweats, and I was sold. I was like,
Yeah.
That means if he had sweats, he ain't had no drawers
No, I
on.
ain't had no drawers on.
Sweet.
I ain't had no drawers on.
That's
The
great.
funny,
But
the chair
and he
wouldn't
came
get
out with
low
the toes
enough.
out. Huh?
The
I'm
chair
so sorry.
the chair wouldn't get low enough to where like it would like hang over and
Beat on
thump
my
in the
back?
air like a little microphone. Like,
Let me tell you something about how he cuts hair. It is a real process. Like, thankfully, I already got a man in my life, and I don't look at Tez that way. No shade, you're still a very fine young man. But let me tell you something. The way he rolled out, it was like gray sweats, print, slides, toes. I was like, you're doing all the things that most black men don't do.
that's how you
Toes
get,
was out.
that's how you
okay?
get the tip.
I was
I
so
mean,
proud of you.
The tip from the mothers.
He put love into. When I say the back of his head, that sounds crazy, but he. I wish I could see the back. It was. I get it.
I definitely put some love into that head.
You did. Even my husband was like, "Yo, he faded the out of the back of that head." And I was like,
I'm
"Damn,
glad
that
he
sounds a
liked it,
little
man.
wild."
Yeah, I don't want no smoke with the husband. The already
Yeah,
Yosemite
it's
fan
just
out
the
in
way you
streets,
hold
though.
the back of my neck like this.
Yo.
I was like, I feel
Yeah,
good.
She told me he'd be out here with the Yosemite Sam.
Yeah.
So I was just like, hey,
does that mean a gun and a big hat?
That's funny.
I don't know if he wear a hat, but
Well, he Jamaican. We'll see. They probably got hats. I'm getting.
Yo, so what did you do for Christmas, Tess?
nah, man, Christmas was light, man. Just
Okay.
kept it. You know what? It was like, man, it felt good
Mhm.
to not do anything, right? Because it's
Mhm.
like the holidays, man, become such a chore, especially coming off of
Lord.
Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And again, I mean, Thanksgiving at your house was dope.
Mhm.
But it was just like, it was just dope, man. Just not having to do anything and just like looking at people online with these badass kids and
Yeah.
stressing.
Silk
I seen,
pajamas.
I cannot tell you how many people I've seen put their kids on blast. Like, I bought her this, but it was the wrong one, and the kid just sitting there, just. I'm like, receipt.
That part.
So what did you do for Christmas?
Same thing he did. I slept. I got my beauty
Yeah.
rest. My partner wasn't feeling so hot.
Mm.
So he wanted some QT time with Big Mama. And so we stayed home and played video games. And rested.
What y'all play?
I didn't play the game. I watched him play the game. So I'm playing in spirit.
That's love.
Okay. I don't know how to play Neo.
That's
You know what
love.
Neo is on PlayStation? The ninja game. Yeah,
Neo?
Neo 2, spelled Nioh.
Nah, the only
No.
Ninja game I remember
It's
is
fire.
Ninja Gaiden.
Neo's pretty dope.
You remember Ninja Gaiden?
Of course. I wanted to ask you guys what you did for Christmas so I can tell you what I did for Christmas.
So what you did? Because I know you did something.
yeah.
We didn't do anything. We
Ladies and
slept.
gentlemen, I invited both of these people to my home for
I
forgot to say. I knew the setup was coming up.
Yeah.
He went
For-
last for a reason.
for a gathering. You know, I wanted to break bread with everybody that I love. You understand? And it just so happened, I was like, I got a lot of podcasts. Let me invite everybody that I do podcasts with to the home amongst our friends and family so we could get together. And you know what happened? Christmas morning, I sent a group chat to Tez and Lav, and I'm like, hey,
He did.
can't wait to see y'all.
He did.
See you tonight.
He did.
And both of them was like, can't make it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. So you know what I did? I did something for New
You
Year's
invited
Eve,
somebody
and I
else?
made sure I didn't invite y'all asses. That's
You
what I did
did?
because y'all let me down.
I didn't do nothing for New
Y'all
Year's,
had me
bro.
on
I ain't do nothing for
Christmas
New Year's
feeling
either.
like.
I was
I was looking for
I
something
was
to
like,
do.
man,
I even
wish
put it in my stories.
You want to hear about it? Okay, great. So New Year's Eve, what we did was I had a onesie, potluck, goal writing,
Oh, that's wild.
games night,
Oh, you shady.
sleepover.
Shady boots.
People didn't leave until 4:30 in the
Yeah, 'cause
afternoon
you're
the
not a
next
real
day.
friend. You was so heartbroken that we didn't come for Christmas that you couldn't give us one last try.
Heartbroken.
No, that was petty.
That's
bro.
foul.
That was
He a
petty.
tourist. You know they pay.
You know where we are. It's funny that you said it. We're at Petty Cash Studios.
Shout out to Petty Cash Studios. Love what you did there.
Shout out to
Shameless
Petty Cash.
plug.
Yeah.
Man, I was hurt. It sounded like
You was hurt, so why didn't you say something?
I did say something.
You
I
didn't
was
say
like,
I was
yo,
hurt.
I can't wait to see y'all. And then y'all both gave me excuses. Your husband
You
was
could be
sick.
like, but I really wanted to see. But he really wasn't in the mood to go out.
Also, I
would-
couldn't have you in the crib, but he's sick. Because what if he
You
gave
get
you
what
the...
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so I
He
just
ca-
had to take that on the chin and be like, I'm sorry.
If
but we can't
he'd
make
have
it.
left him at home sick, he'd have showed up with that.
Oh,
with
yeah,
that
he showed-
Yosemite.
he showed-
With that
shut up.
Yosemite?
Yeah, with that
Did you walk
Yosemite.
in the house and see the gun? Is that what
Yeah.
this is?
Nah, she just told me about it. She like, yeah, a little dude, but he
I
he
cannot
got that
confirm nor
goddamn-
deny the accusations. Thank you.
I was like, oh,
What was the point of her bringing up that
I
he had a
don't know,
gun
but
to
I was
you?
like,
I didn't know how he
I
got
ain't gonna
there.
mention the titties no more. I was
Yeah,
like,
leave my
That's
titties
what
out
it
of
was. You mentioned her breasts, and she said, "You better be cool because my husband
Well, he
got
got 'em
that
like, check that. I'm
Yosemite."
just-
That's
The Caribbeans, they
wild.
love a long thing.
he was like, oh,
Pun
you going to
intended.
get your hair cut by that loose meat, motherfucker?
The
Oh, good,
loose
yeah.
meat.
He's timing like, how long is haircut supposed to be?
Oh, that's the thing. You never know with a test cut. With a test cut, you be like, "All right, cool. It's about to be a quick 20 minutes."
I
Nah.
felt loved. It was such. I get it.
After he cut my hair the first time,
I almost fell asleep in the chair. If he
I
wasn't
was
talking to me, I
like-
probably would have fell asleep in the chair.
I was like, "Are we best friends now?"
We go together now.
Like,
we
this
go
dude-
together
Hold
now.
on. The first time that I came to this man's house to cut his hair, right?
Yo, don't pause before came like that ever.
That's a great point.
Wow.
Finish the sentence because I was like,
That's-
where are
wow.
we going? What
That's the
what?
touche right there.
CT, and this will segue into the next conversation.
Heard.
CT is one of the most confident men I know.
These are facts.
And this is how I know CT has underwear with characters on them.
Let's hear it.
CT came to the door
Mhm.
with a big ass onesie on.
Okay.
I have 12 onesies.
It
12?
was green. He looked like the Grinch, right? And it had a hoodie on it too.
Oh wow.
He didn't have a hoodie on. He didn't have a hood on. I
Wow.
give him that.
I was getting a haircut. I could
Yeah.
have had a hood
It's,
on.
it's him and footies for me, but moving on.
Right. It was like CT so cool, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
So I cut him. CT paid. All right, cool, right? He didn't say much. He didn't
He
say
just
much. We
sat
didn't even really talk. We didn't really talk.
You
which
just
is-
feeling the vibe.
So
Which
you
is first
sat
time.
there for an
weird,
hour.
which is weird for me when I be doing haircuts. Because I kind of go off the client. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna push it. If they want to talk, we talk. If not, I'm just gonna cut them down.
Like-
CT ain't say shit,
Wow.
right?
Awkward silence.
Second time I came through and cut his hair. This is the thing I remember about the second time I cut his hair, right? CT overpays. CT is a generous man. He's a generous man. I'll give him that. He overpays, right?
Mhm.
But then he'll always say something or throw something out there to just kind of like just make you kind of take a little bit of that compliment back.
You like,
'Cause he was
take
just
your extra
like-
10. Get out of here.
I look at it, he was like, yeah, it ain't always gonna be like that. So
I'm telling you right now.
Wow.
You know,
Wow.
hey, look, I try to tell everybody.
Really? What was the reason?
I was like, oh. He
Yeah.
was like, yeah, it ain't always gonna be like that. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
I like to curb expectations because what I like to do is when I'm up, we up. I live by
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Yeah.
When
I
I'm
do
up,
too.
we up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey man, oh, is that price? All right, well, let me give
Yeah.
you this. But I'm like, hey man, don't
Yeah.
expect
Be
this all the
comfortable
time. You know what I'm
Tell you
saying?
the third thing CT said
There's more.
to me that I never forgot.
Oh
never
man.
came to fruition, right? I told CT I am a huge Michael Jai White fan. CT says to me, oh yeah. He has fight parties all the time.
All the
Next
time.
time he has one, I'm gonna invite you.
Oh, so he
Mhm.
invites you to the house, but not to the
I
party?
ain't seen Michael Jai White, ain't heard nothing
ready for
from
this?
CT about Michael
You ready for
Jai
this?
White.
Michael J.
Yeah.
White was over there for Christmas.
You ready to end the pod for today?
Here
I'm
is,
ready to go.
Okay.
We can wrap it up.
I'm completely lying,
it's
but how
been-
great would that have been?
Cause I seen my man, the Black Ranger.
Yeah.
That's my man.
That's my guy.
That's my man. I seen
Walter
him.
Emmanuel Jones,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Shout out to him.
That would have been crazy. But you know what? I haven't been over Mike's house.
they'd
in
have
a
That would
fight.
have
minute.
been wild.
They'd have to fight.
Who?
Michael John White
And Walter
I
Emmanuel
was like,
Jones.
who you
Fight.
bet your money on?
Morph?
It depends on if he can morph.
If he can
can't
morph, it's a toss up.
It's a
If he
toss
can't
up.
It's a
morph,
toss
he
up.
get his ass thrown over that
Yeah.
balcony.
I
Okay.
cannot. You gonna call him a jive turkey and then just throw him out?
Here's what people don't understand. Walter Emmanuel Jones is the fountain of youth. Like, he looks so
I swear, he
young.
looked just
Amazing.
like he
Like,
did.
from-
Exactly.
Yeah, he just got
That's
a little.
amazing.
But if he can morph,
yeah.
because he can also, he can dance, he can
Yes.
fight, the martial arts, he's incredible.
Yeah.
And so can Michael Jai White. That'll be a toss up if
Yeah, because
Walter
I feel
can
like
morph.
John White
Yeah.
he be about that action. So
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
literally
That's why I
a
was
trained
like,
fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I would just curious.
Yeah.
I have to meet him and I just want to throw a punch at him and just.
No, you don't.
Nah, I just want
No, you
to.
don't.
I'm gonna run afterwards.
Yeah.
But I just want to throw it.
There was a comedian. I'm gonna
Oh,
tell you
gosh.
this. So Michael Jai White used to come see me perform all the time,
Oh,
right?
so
Like
sweet.
randomly. I wouldn't even invite him. He would just be there if I posted the flyer, right?
Mhm.
And that's why I had to really be careful about posting flyers about shows that I didn't really care about. Because I'm like, oh man, you came to this? You know what I'm saying?
Like you didn't put no effort into it.
Yeah. So it's like, but when he showed up, I had to go extra hard. Pause. So when he came to a show one night, a comedian saw him and Mike was like, oh man, I've been flying all day. I saw your flyer. I wanted to come show you some love. I'm like, oh, thanks for coming. But he's
Yeah.
like, man, I'm exhausted. And he was just like doing this. And the comedian came up. He was like, oh, Michael Jai White, what's going on, man? And he tried to do like the play, fight, punch. And Mike was like, oh man, because he had to catch himself because he was about to hit this dude. And comedian didn't even realize.
I'll be honored, man. To take
His life almost
to take a jab
ended.
from Michael Jai White.
No, you wouldn't, because
You be
what
asleep.
if exactly?
Like this.
I wouldn't sue.
You wouldn't what?
I wouldn't sue.
You wouldn't sue?
Yeah, I wouldn't sue.
Yeah.
That's when you know. That's when you know somebody.
He's like,
got sued.
anytime, anytime.
That's how you
Hit
know
me.
you're a fan of somebody.
No, facts.
When
I
you
would sue.
would not sue.
Yeah.
He's like, facts, nah, I'll take that.
Like, I'm honored to take this little black eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who gave me this?
Yeah.
Michael Jai White.
Michael Jai White.
Mhm. Even when it heal up, I still put like a little black
I
circle around it.
cannot.
I'm gonna do this.
You taking pictures and selfies to show it?
I cannot. So we got all the way over here because we're talking about confidence.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so
Tell me more. What
my
makes you-
thoughts
yeah.
on confidence. All right. So I want to ask y'all, right? Because again, you are two of the most confident people that I know. Like,
Very
Oh,
kind of
thank you.
Thank
and I will say, like, LA confidence is different than most cities, most states.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, because you talking about a place where everybody is doing something or trying to do something, right?
Mhm.
And it don't always pan out,
Mhm.
but you always have to like just keep trying.
Yeah.
And so I come from a city where I come from Chicago, right? Where it's just
Chi-town?
like, yeah, where I feel like the pressure to psych you out from trying to do something because you always thinking about how people looking at you.
Mhm.
Like not even if you succeed, it's just like the judgment on like this old weird dancing dude or like
Yeah.
whatever it is you're doing. But it's like out here, two things, right? So London into here, right?
London Brown,
Yeah.
Uncle Marvin on Power Book,
Yeah,
Raising
Raising
Canaan.
Canaan.
And then you got to
I
hear
got a text
more
from him this
of,
morning. I'll tell you about.
huh?
I got a text from London. This
From
morning, I'll
London?
tell you, yeah.
Shout out to
Hey,
Tahir in
London.
London,
Yeah.
man.
And both of them told me that, look, I never promote something until the studio or whatever starts
No,
promoting it
facts.
because I've been burned so many times
Facts.
from like telling people, hey, I'm about to do this, it's about to drop, and then it
Mhm.
never comes, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then it's just like now you just feeling like you feeling stupid because, you know,
Mhm.
at some point it's like you become like the boy who cried wolf. Like people
Right,
just
right,
be
right,
like,
right.
Nah, man, you ain't
I'm going
got
to be in
nothing."
this. No, you're
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
I don't say nothing
Yeah.
to that ink dry, honey.
And so, secondly, I
Mhm.
would say my two things affected my confidence.
Mhm.
Come here. One is CT. This is why I always give him his flowers.
Oh.
Mind you, I was CT's barber, right?
Mhm.
That was the stem of our relationship. I met CT through Tahir,
A work.
right?
Okay.
And then I started cutting his hair, right?
Mhm.
CT out the blue hit me and was just like, yo, I want you to come. I'm writing this part for you in the sketch. Come through. I had never done sketches, never done anything, right?
Could've
And so
fooled me. Shoot.
that first
good.
sketch, I was just like, why am I here? Because everybody else just kind of like broke character of like who they are, and then they just went into like this character that CT wrote for them. And I'm just like, I felt like I was playing a version of myself though, but it was still hard for me to let go of like that kind of tough guy exterior, right? But then at some point I had to say, I'm like, man, it's something that this dude saw in me that gave him the confidence to put me in this. And then it's like more and more over time, the more and more I did it, the more and more I became comfortable. Then, but there's always that confirmation bias, right? Or validation, because I'm always looking at the comments and seeing people be like, oh yeah, yo, Tez is funny, or this and this, right? And I would say the second thing was London hooked up a house call once with this brother named Mark Swinton, who was the vice president of Tyler Perry Studios. Right? We had a really great conversation about all the things that I was wanting to do and trying to do. And he told me, he was like, look, your problem is you're afraid of failing alone. But he was like, what you need to understand is winners are going to win because you're going to keep trying to win.
Right.
Every time it's not going to be a win, but you're always going to keep trying. And that's what separates the winners from the losers. And so with those two things in my mind, I'm not even thinking about the failures or the things that don't pan out, because it's just getting me closer, I would say, to where we are right now. You know? And so I just wanted to kind of like get y'all's story on like, what was like that defining moment for you? And is it still always like a work in progress, like working like on being confident?
I could say, coming from New York City, another big city, that's something we boast and brag on. Who's always going to be the best, the hottest, the flyest, the sharpest, the smartest. That's what we pride ourselves on. So I think, because like from the gate, I almost felt like my DMX shirt. I was like, dun-dun. It was there. We were there.
The best.
I was like, damn.
Absolutely. But coming from a city like New York, like, they're going to clown you for not being the best at those things. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like from yay high, when you're starting to roast each other and all that, like you build that, I feel like, from then. Because you build that tough skin of like, if somebody, talk about your mama this is, you got to come back with something, or else they're going to clown you for the rest of your life. So it starts from young. And I think for me, when I feel like my confidence started to waver was once I hit puberty. Because I was the last to bloom out of the girls. But the thing was, I was funny. So that was my end. And outside of that, also I was smart. So I could talk that smart. Sorry, we can't cuss, right? Talk that smart stuff. Furthermore, the older I got, when I started to grow into my looks a little bit, I'm like, okay, cool. Then I hit college. Then I saw it was nothing but bad BITCHESs, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. There's more of me out here. So I started to feel a little like, But then when I started performing as a professional dancer, another place that built my confidence, because I was better than everybody. Like, at least in my head I was. And when I got on stage, I killed it every time. So it's moments like that I feel like my skill set, because I suffer from imposter syndrome, but I feel like that's why in order for me to do something, I have to be the absolute flipping best for me to not feel insecure about it. So when I start something new is when I'm my most insecure. But then when I go into an obsessive perfection mode, I was like, okay, I have to perfect this thing, be the absolute expert, and then there's nothing you can tell me after that. Absolutely not. So
you're like
in a put a bow on it.
When they do the Jennifer Lewis story, you have to play her. Because I said this to you from day one, your voice is you have such a powerful and confident voice.
I was thinking like Eartha Kitt. Like,
you don't want to be Eartha was.
I can't be Eartha.
It was so. I don't know nobody.
I'm Jennifer Lewis.
I think Jennifer Lewis could take me down, bro.
She probably
first and foremost.
You see her kicks?
Wow.
You see her splits?
She just got that voice, man. It just
you didn't even say you would try. You said she could take you down.
I think
that's crazy.
I think she would want the loose meat, and I would.
Wait, run that back one more time.
I think she would want the loose meat, and I would just be like, all right.
She'd be like, how loose can you get it, baby?
I can loose. Yeah, exactly.
How loose can you get it? What is wrong with us?
One, thank you for the compliments. Mine came from...
yes, how rude of me. How about yours?
No, it's all good. These are all separate clips, I feel like. Like, each one of y'all doing your joint, it's a clip.
Okay.
Mine came from my mother, like when I was a kid, because I was always very shy, and I still am very shy.
Aw.
But my mother would always
Where?
tell me, "Huh?
Where?
I'm definitely
Behind
shy."
them glasses.
Let me tell you something. I know, like, because me and Tandrina always talk about it. Like, I can perform on a stage with 20,000 or more people and be confident and all of this stuff. But then if you take me off that stage and put me in a room with 10
10?
people, I'm like, I'm very shy. So my mother always told me to walk with my head held high. She told me to walk with confidence.
I know that's
And I have a life where, since I was little, people don't really give you your props. So I had to begin to give myself props. And when you do that, insecure people start to be angry at your confidence and call it arrogance. And so I had to find out who I was. I had to hold on to who I was and to make sure that I knew who I was in spite of who people think
they thought of
that I am. Yeah.
So it's always a work in progress.
Yeah,
For
man.
sure.
I have to always check myself and to remember how great I am, even if people don't tell me. And I think a lot of people don't have that. Like a lot of people are just like, "Oh, these people said I'm not good, so I must not be good." It's like, no, I'm amazing.
Right. I might not be good for them, but I'm good for me.
Yeah.
Said
That's all
something. Both of y'all said something that stood out to me, especially people before you have a conversation with me or interact with me, people have a perception
Of
like
course.
that I'm this mean guy or big guy, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's pros and cons to it, right?
Because by nature, he's a small guy. I want y'all to know if he stopped what he's doing, he is a
I watched one of
small
the gym
guy.
videos. I get it now.
Look, I thought he was talking about nature. He's a small guy in terms of like personality.
Nah.
Like,
physically, he is a naturally
He's a hater.
small guy.
Oh man, but it was like I battle with that a lot, right? The perception of like who you are versus who you really are, and it works in your favor when it's like you don't want people to approach you.
Right.
But I will say, I quit a job once. I quit a side job that I had once, on some racial shit because that same thing came out, right? And it was just like
what they perceived you as?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, and it was just like, whoa.
Can you get into it without it being like legal?
Basically it was like, man, I was so I had this job where it was like, it's like an insurance job where it's like they send you these work orders where you're supposed to like take pictures of a house. Like you take pictures of like the front, the sides, and then you take pictures up and down the block, and then you take pictures of the street sign, right? It's like the insurance company making sure like the property is being kept up, right?
Okay.
And so I'm outside, I'm taking these pictures, and this white guy across the street, he just hopped out his car, he goes in the house. I seen him look back at me, but I was just like,
it ain't no thing.
You know,
right.
So I hear his wife go, he's taking pictures. And I'm just like, okay. So she comes out.
Yeah.
Which is mind-boggling to me because I'm just like, why are you coming out saying anything to me, right? So she's just like, so she's just like, sir, why are you taking pictures? I'm just like, I'm paying her no mind, right?
Yeah.
So then she just like, she comes in the middle of the street, right? So I'm just like, oh, she's
serious.
Like, she bold with it.
Yeah.
And so she's like, sir, why are you taking pictures here? And I'm like, I'm just doing my job, man. And she's like, what is your job? I'm not answering her no more.
Okay.
Because it's like at this point, I'm taking pictures up. If you might have made it thought I was casing a house in broad daylight. I got an orange vest on.
Like you can't miss me.
You still kind of stupid, right? But it's like I'm taking pictures up and down the street. Now.
Right.
At some point, then I'm taking pictures of the street sign. At some point, you just got to be like, okay, maybe this dude is really doing a job. Like, let me just
because
mind
it's
my
nothing
business, right?
specific, right?
So she's just like, I'm about to call the police, right? So I hop in the car and I'm just like, okay, I'm about to get the hell up out of here, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, no, you should probably go to the police station and get ahead of this, right? Go to the police station, right? Tell them like, hey, I was just, this is my job, this is my work orders, like blah, blah, blah. They like, oh yeah, we got cars looking for you right now. Like she called and said that, yeah, some big black guy was in front of his house taking pictures. You said some threatening stuff to her. And I'm just like, are you serious, right? And what they said was like, it was like, yeah, just for future references, you know, anytime you're in the area, you should just call us, give us the addresses, and And I said,
that's even wild to even deal
man,
with.
I'm done with this job, man.
What was the job again?
It was called like an insurance. I forgot.
No,
the name
I don't need to
of it.
know the name for legal purposes. What was the job?
What do you mean?
What was the job? You just had to make sure the house.
You take pictures. You take pictures of the, like I said, the front, the size of the house, not going onto the property, but just like in the middle of the street, just so they can see down both gangways of the house. Then you take pictures close up to the address, so they can make sure you're at the
right address.
At the right address. You take pictures of the block so they can see the nature.
What I mean is, who is like not without saying the name. What I mean is,
it's
like
different companies, different insurance companies. I was wondering,
like, what is the purpose of the photos?
It's part of like claims adjuster. So it's like
claims adjuster.
Like if you like say like if you owned a property in a different state, but you wanted to
check in on it.
Yeah, check in on it. You would hire but it's not just for like houses though. They do it for like boats, motorcycles,
it could be anything.
Anything
makes sense.
Yeah, anything.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
You could have answered that woman's question. That's number one.
I did. I said I'm doing my job.
Nah, man. Understand. And I'm saying this as a homeowner. I'm a white man. If I'm a white man, or in this case, this white woman, and I'm like, I know everybody in this neighborhood.
Yeah, I get
Orange vest, cool, but why are you taking these pictures? And you say, I'm just doing my job. It's like,
what's
the job? Because it's like, have you taken a picture of my house? What are these pictures for? Any of these things are going to make me be on high alert. And then you said, because I listened to the whole thing, and then you said,
I was trying to be like,
you know what I'm saying?
Let me don't jump up and pop out.
And then you said,
I felt like if she came out, because I'm hearing what you're saying, but I feel like if she came out with a certain type of energy, I would have. But you came out on some like, I'm supposed to answer your question. Like, first and foremost, I'm just like, your husband was a coward.
Say anything.
He didn't say nothing.
I thought he would have said something.
He
sent
you on.
Let's take this step by step.
Okay.
I haven't even got to that
Take
yet.
me back to the one.
Let's just go with her saying, what are these pictures for? And you being like, hey, I'm just doing my job. And then you like, shh. Anyway, it's like, both of y'all out of control. However, I do understand and defend you because you said her tone was off, which makes you not want to react at all.
Yeah.
But I want you to understand that at that point you were a service worker. And people as a whole don't give service workers the respect they deserve.
Right.
Whether it be you, a white boy, a woman, whatever.
Just people of service.
People of service. A lot of times people don't give them the respect they deserve. So they come to them with this crazy tone.
Right.
Now add to the fact that you are probably the largest black man that she's ever seen. Not the brightest brother either. You're very dark. You're not stupid.
He get his kind of
I meant bright like
that was funny.
Complexion. You know what I'm saying?
You can't play the dozens. He ain't gonna play in the moment. He gonna play it on his own.
Every time.
You don't even know y'all playing.
Listen, man. So she's wrong. Funny. Her husband is a cop. Now let's get to the husband part.
Yeah, let's roll back the tapes on the husband.
Yeah. For you to let her speak to this man when you the man of the house is crazy to me.
Crazy.
But it shows that she runs a relationship, which is fine if that's their dynamic.
I honestly think I was processing that in the moment.
Yeah.
I was like, why are you saying something?
Instead of him.
Because I feel like, honestly speaking, no disrespect, but I feel
know
like
where you're going with this.
Men have a different respect level when it comes to dealing and talking to other men because we know words start fights. People die over words.
Right.
Facts.
I feel like women a lot of times don't have that discernment. And so they come, you come in talking to other men how you talk to your man. Yeah. And I'm just like,
that's a fact.
Who you talking to?
No, that you're 100%.
You know what I'm saying? And I think in the moment, because I'm not dismissing what you're saying, I do think it's like when you see those videos of people just like coming at black people saying like, why are you here? And it's like, why do you feel like I have to answer?
Explain myself. I was going to say, that's the caveat.
So in that moment, you dealing with that, but it's like, because you're not an authoritarian figure. I understand when you're a police officer and they pull you over and it's just like, look, fuck the ego, bro. You just need to get home.
Right.
Yeah.
So answer those questions. But it's like, I'm not even taking pictures of your house.
Right.
If this is your house, hey, I've had that happen when I'm showing them the work order and they just like, oh, okay, cool. But it's like you're across the street and you coming at me, you in the middle of the street, and I just felt like it didn't even matter what I would have said to her
Her mom
because
was
of
mad
how
up.
she called the police and told them. I was like, oh, she
on one.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I dealt
completely
with
get it.
something similar like that before.
Give it
and
to
I
us.
get
What
it.
happened?
And mind you, I was living in my building. I was taking out my keys. And the woman turns over her shoulder. Mind you, she's putting her stuff in a moving truck, moving out. Do you live here? I was like, clearly you don't. Ain't that your truck? Excuse me. It just went on about my day. So it's like, it's water on the duck's back for me at this point. I'm going to definitely let it roll off. But yeah, I love a good classy clap back.
Let me
corporate
ask you
taught me
this.
that.
When is the last time you got into a physical fight?
Oh man, I pray it never happens. I'm pent up. I don't think it'll
You've
go
never
well.
got into a fight?
No, I have.
Right.
Are you
When's the last time
mad?
you got into a fight?
Oh, it's been, what's this, 2023? It'll be 2022.
First of all, let's back up. You said it as
Right.
if you were about to
Like-
go back to the 90s
like-
or
No.
early
It was
2000s.
No,
12 or
before the 2022 fight, I think for me I think I was in middle school. No, that's a lie. I was definitely probably freshman in college.
Okay, now what was the situation?
Freshman in college?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so I have to work on myself. If you know anything about New York women, we fight. We're working on it.
As a state.
As a state, no.
Yeah,
we-
we're working. Got it.
New York
public
women, we
mandate.
can be very aggressive when we like. I hate to say it, but New York couples fight. And at the time, somebody I was seeing, but he rest in peace. It was my first fiance, and we were like quintessential old school New York couple. And he decided he wanted to get a little active. He was about 6'5", 240, definitely towering over me.
Wait. Let me
You heard
stop
what I
you.
said.
I need to stop you. This is a fight between a woman and a man.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about it. All right,
Okay.
give me a woman
She had
and
a
woman
fight
fight.
with Reacher.
Yeah. Shoes were getting thrown. Yeah, that's what I said. New York couples, we fight. It's bad. We have to work on ourselves.
I don't want us to.
Okay,
Yeah.
bypassing that. But against a woman, for me, it was middle school.
Because here's the funny thing. Before you even say to middle school, anytime as a man, you talk about a woman and a man
Yeah.
fighting.
Because New York couples, it's not cool, but we get it.
Even if you're,
If that makes
let's say
sense.
for example,
It's something. It's unfortunately, it's
Let's say
something
the
that
fight-
we do. It's not cool, but
let's say the fight between you and this man.
yeah.
Let's say that you had hit his mother, you wrecked his car, you pulled a
Sugar in a
gun and
tank.
shot his whole family,
Yeah.
and he's fighting you. Everybody knowing that you caused this is still gonna be like, hey, you still don't put your hands
on.
So I don't even want to get into it. So with the woman in middle school,
Would it be considered wrestling? It wasn't like.
cut away from me. Get Ted's
Sorry,
coverage.
y'all.
I don't want to be part of this.
Okay. Middle school. It was my best friend at the time. I'm not gonna put her business or her name on
Cool,
blast
cool,
like
cool,
that. She know who she is. But middle school best friend. I forgot what was the reason. I think she may have betrayed me on something. And me, I take trust so seriously.
Mm.
And especially friendship breakups are just hard for women. So it's like, you're my rib, and how could you do this to me?
Mhm.
So I think I just saw red, and I wailed on her so bad that they had to hold me down for her to even get one in because I was non-flipping stop.
You know what? I'm gonna let y'all do what you want.
I-
This might as well cuss because y'all can't
I
not cuss.
couldn't hold it. It's just I couldn't.
That's what the
I
beef
was
is for.
so used to. I was so heartbroken. I saw red, and I was like, "Let's go, bang, 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 bang." It was
So
bad.
y'all still best friends?
I haven't spoken to her in a very long time. I don't live in Harlem anymore, so.
I don't live in Detroit, but my best friend is still my best
No,
friend.
my best friends from high school are now my best friends. Nobody
Okay.
from middle school, no, not really.
Man, I
I've
used to
been
have
friends
a
with those
friend.
girls. It's been over 20 years now. since
I had a
high school.
friend when I was a little boy. His name's Darius from
Yeah.
he was the first friend that I had from preschool, right?
Mhm.
And it was the first sleepover I went over
How
to.
do you remember a friend from preschool?
I remember several of
This
my
elephant memory of his.
kindergarten first and last name student body, but it's like there are certain things that I remember, certain things that I don't. It's crazy. Anyway,
Wow.
so
We need to look into that.
I moved in the end of third grade, hadn't talked to Darius again, right?
Okay.
Fast forward, I'm going to college, and there's a young lady that I thought was beautiful, and she
Okay.
was pregnant. So I was like, I'm a kid, I ain't like, but she was beautiful.
I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
You lost me. I'm thinking we were still
On
like
middle
preschool,
school?
middle school.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no,
like,
no.
this is
Where are we?
wow.
Because I'm gonna take you back, but
Time
it's
jump.
all
Okay,
going back.
okay. We're
So
invested.
I get to college, beautiful girl, she's pregnant, and she's getting picked up by her boyfriend one day. I
Uh-huh.
happen to be walking out the same time she's walking out, and I see a dude get out the car, and I was like, Darius? And he was like,
Wow.
hey, what's up, man?
Mm.
And it kind of pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie to you for a couple of reasons. Number one,
How dare she?
that he wasn't as excited as I was to see him as he was to see me. Like,
Heard all the shade.
I'm like, why ain't you jumping up for joy?
He's
We ain't
like,
seen each
hey.
other.
He's like, hey.
We 18. I ain't seen you since I was 9. You don't want to just,
Oh my
you know. And then the second thing was damn, we got the same type because she was gorgeous and this is his baby mama, you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the third thing was just like, so are we gonna like exchange information and hang out? And it was just like, hey man, good to see you. And I was like,
oh man, you wanted it more than him. Paul.
I did, hella pause. But the reason I brought up fight,
I'm sorry.
The reason I brought up
Where's
fight
my water? I can't.
is
I'm
because
dying. That was funny.
Lav, your mouth is reckless. So it's like I couldn't imagine the fact that you've only been the last fight you were in was in middle school with a woman. I figured with women, it would be like, oh, yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It's harder for me to fight with women because I be feeling like I'm going to really do some things. So that's why I say I don't know if it's a New York woman thing for us to be fighting men. We shouldn't, obviously, for obvious reasons. But it's
unless
more,
that's your choice, ladies, because you have that
so
right
like that
to do whatever you want to do as a woman. Nobody's telling you that you don't have the right to do that because we won't mansplain anything.
We be ready to fight men in a heartbeat. It's something we really have to work on as a state. That's why I said we're working on ourselves. It's 2024. We're not gonna do that no more. But back in the 90s, early 2000s,
we as men don't have the right to tell you what you should do or how you should look or feel.
Men have to do that.
You know?
No, but on some G shit, like, excuse my expression, but yes, thank you. Man. But yeah, it's. I feel like it's rare that you would hear about two women in New York really fighting. We might argue because I just think the natural aggression that we all have is like, I'm not gonna take that out on my sis.
Your makeup looks great. You a man commenting on my makeup? I didn't know I couldn't do that.
But the men, we be ready to go like 0 to 100.
That's crazy.
Real quick.
Women fights don't end.
They don't. It's every time I see it.
They can start with fight like hand to hand combat and hair pulling, and then somehow they end up smashing cars into each other.
I cannot confirm nor deny the accusations that have been placed against us. I'm going to drink my water or my tea.
Women fights crazy, man. It's so crazy, man.
Here's the thing. This is a random thought. This wasn't on the sheet. I'm very random, by the way. Top 3 Jim Carrey movies.
Oh.
While y'all are thinking.
Grinch, Ace Ventura.
Okay, give me the third one.
Mask.
Mm-hmm.
So is that your third?
Mm-hmm.
All right, give me your other 2.
I'll try.
No, you can't. You can't take her list.
Somebody stop me.
Nah, it's definitely Mask, Ace Ventura, Grinch.
That's crazy. First of all,
they want to be like me so bad.
I wish you answered first. Because you would not have said. I still haven't even seen The Grinch, and I love Jim Carrey.
Are you mad?
Never seen it.
Think of The Mask, but in Grinch form, and like Cindy
Really?
Lou's, Dr. Seuss. It's really funny.
I hope I
very
laugh.
Quirky. Why would you say you hope you laugh?
Because
I
now
watch it
I feel like.
year.
All right, are you ready for my top 3?
Shoot.
Ace Ventura, The Mask, Me, Myself, and Irene.
That is a good one.
That is one of the funniest movies I've ever seen
Me,
in my
Myself, and Irene
life.
is hilarious.
And you know what my favorite scene in that movie is?
The scene where the woman is where she's breastfeeding and then Jim Carrey knocks her out and he's sucking her breast.
No.
Mark, our producer, said Eternal Sunshine is one of his. What is
the scene where he it was like he looked down or she looked away and then she looked back at him and he started getting hard.
Yo.
Oh yeah. Because he had changed.
That was so
he changed in the
with Irene is a classic.
Yeah, that's one of the greatest movies of all
really
time. And understand the fact that he was a father of 3 black children.
Yo.
Yeah.
Anthony Anderson kissed him on the cheek. Love your daddy. And I was like, come on, bro.
Yo, I'm so weak.
Nobody brought up Truman Show. But Truman Show is fire. Truman Show is absolutely incredible. Liar Liar is great. Yes. But Liar Liar was very similar to me.
Myself and Irene.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
The tropes are similar. I get what you mean.
I just don't remember.
It's a great watch.
It is a great
But
watch.
Me, Myself, and Irene was perfect.
Like Chef's Kiss.
We didn't even acknowledge.
I'm sorry. Liar Liar was similar to Yes Man.
You think so?
Because he said every time somebody says something, I have to say yes. Whereas Liar Liar, I can't tell a lie. So the theme is similar.
We didn't even acknowledge his darker movies.
Oh, number 23, Eternal Sunshine, The Spotlight's Mine. I mean, Spotless. What is that? Dumb and Dumber? Even as a little boy, I was like, this is too much.
Yeah.
This is too much.
Man, speaking of movies, man.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about this movie coming out soon, man? This name is
What is it called?
What is
I
it?
don't know if it's the name or if like the premise
Is
of
it
the
working
movie.
title, or-
The American Society of Magical Negroes.
Can't wait to see it.
I'm in the dog.
You know, okay, so it's starring, one of the stars is David Allen Greer. When I saw David Allen Greer, I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah.
This is basically, from the previews, looks like Harry Potter for
That's.
us.
I was like, that's what it sounded like. Chronicles of Narnia, but with the blacks.
For us, finally.
Wow.
I never looked at it like that, and I also never seen Harry Potter.
I just
so
hate that name though.
Hold tight, left. You never seen Harry Potter?
I was Lord of the Rings, bro.
I have a Hufflepuff.
I feel
right
like you had to
here.
make a decision.
How do you not?
I feel like either you was Lord of the Rings or you was Harry Potter.
You
I
didn't
was
have to make a
both.
decision. You literally could have. I never watched Lord of the Rings, but you
You
could have.
did?
Nah.
See?
Oh, you
See?
wildin'.
I
That's
saw
what
the
I'm saying.
first one. It was like
either
3
or.
hours, and I
Yo,
was like,
I loved Lord of the Rings so much. I watched an 8-hour director's cut with my sister straight in the same day.
Exactly.
We watched the first 3 hours, took a breakfast break, another 3 hours, lunch break, another 3 hours, dinner
you know
break.
what we should do? And I'm not even joking.
Shoot.
We should have, if not weekly, we should do at least 2 nights a month where we watch movies that we have not seen together.
I
Oh,
love.
that's fire.
I'm game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Spenguli.
Yeah.
What is
What's
that?
Oh, y'all
You
didn't
said we
have that
wasn't-
here. It was like Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Spenguli.
You see that? Do you know that? So it was like,
You are speaking gibberish.
Mark probably know what I'm talking about. It was like you would watch movies
Uh-huh.
with somebody actually commentating while you're watching the movie.
In
Like a
real
director's
time.
cut. I don't like that.
No, but
No,
it was like
director's cuts
funny
don't
Well,
always
though.
talk.
director, when they talk
No,
over the movie.
it-
This scene right here, you're like, fam.
No, but it was funny though. It was like comedy.
So they're making fun of it.
Like spoof wise? I'm trying to follow.
Not spoof wise, but it was just like, like if we watching a movie and you might say something like
Like ad libbing as you watch.
yeah,
like
like it was like, but it was funny.
Mm.
It was funny, bro. Like it was on Channel 26 in Chicago. I don't know what that would
Chi-town.
have been here. Mystery Science Theater. I don't know what channel it was on, but it was like something like in the late 80s, early 90s type of thing. It didn't catch on, but it was like it was funny. Yeah, it was like one of them kind of like cult classic kind of things, man.
Cool. So Lord of the Rings, I feel like we should watch that as a group.
He like, anyway, so
The fuck
Lord
are
of
you
the Rings,
talking about,
He
Tim?
went down a rabbit hole and I just let him talk. My brain was like,
Sheesh.
wah, 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 wah,
Man.
Oh,
You know what's funny though? I will give you this. I will give you this flower right here.
Look.
So Tez
You give me flowers?
giving you a
He said
pause.
flower. He didn't even put an S on it. That's,
That's
how
a fact.
shady he is.
So Tez is in that gym throwing that weight around. He throwing them plates.
That
He
sounds
won't let it go.
crazy.
He won't let it go.
That
Throwing
is-
that weight
He won't let it go.
around. Wow.
You look down when you said it.
Ooh,
All I
throwing
said.
that
There's a lot of
weight
pause
around.
Anyway, so Tez being there throwing plates around and throwing that iron weights around.
Thank
And
you.
he make workout videos a lot of times in his stories. I've been telling him to post them on his page, right?
Right.
Because I've learned several routines from Tez.
Oh,
I just
word.
started doing the I don't even know what you call it. It's not really a deadlift.
Rack pools.
Rack pulls.
Oh,
and I was like,
really?
oh, that's
Heard of that.
dope because I didn't really do that. And then you did a lot of leg stuff yesterday. You did lunges. You did these
Hack squat.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know what that is.
Hack
Hack
squat,
squat, I know what that is.
lunges.
Those are hard.
Leg extensions. And
for your quads. All this is quad.
and it was a goblet squat.
Oh, wow.
Goblet squat.
Where
That's
you
how
have
you
hold
feel?
the barbell, hold the dumbbell,
In the middle.
Mhm.
and you squat.
Yeah.
What does
like
that
in
do for you?
place. It's quad. It's quad focus.
Like
Yeah.
I usually would
So
do
I break
that.
it up. Quad
It's
quad
like each
day
muscle
and then
group.
a hamstring day
Word.
because like the bullshit is the leg extension machine is upstairs.
Mhm.
So everything else I did was before that. Walking up to that leg machine,
Oh,
bro,
was
I know it's
crazy.
like noodles.
I was telling people, no, you go ahead.
no.
Yeah, you go ahead. Don't worry about it.
Because for me, the way I do those, I usually stand on a plate, like so my feet are slightly elevated.
Yeah.
Then I do the dumbbell
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do that.
yeah.
So I
You
can
could do
engage
you could
the
do them
back.
like
Yeah.
that too.
So what are
Yeah.
you like? All right, when you're doing all of these leg joints for your quads, what is these don't make your legs big? Like I don't want to break through my jeans. I feel like I've done a lot of hard work
That
to
was
slim my waist down.
That's my worry now. Is
Yeah.
that it's why I don't do a lot of arm stuff because my arms just genetically grow faster than the rest of my body.
Mhm.
And so it's like this coat was almost like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? The jacket that I had on last time, it was like, yeah, you got
You're on your last leg, my boy.
so it's like I'm worrisome.
I can't.
You know how hard your
Of
arms
that.
got to be to break through a jean jacket?
Bruh. Some denim.
I'm worrisome of that. To the point where I was telling myself in the gym, I was like, yeah, man, you might maybe I'll calm down. But
Lean
then I
out a
thought of
little
CT
bit?
and I was like,
Here y'all
Listen,
go.
I just gotta
with
get a
the
new jacket.
nonsense.
I just got to get a new jacket.
Or
new sleeves.
what?
Yo,
Let
Yes.
me tell you
facts.
about this getting money, man.
They
Okay.
literally, when these sleeves go toward, like they custom to
It
your
just looks
arms.
so
Yeah, it does.
comfortable.
Very comfortable. But jean
it
gets
look like
tight.
You charge for hugs.
That's very funny.
Side business.
They're very
Mhm.
form fitting. I love them, and they used to be baggy. So it's like
Alright.
I know your arms are bigger than mine now,
Them show.
but I'm up. My arms are up to 18 inches.
You
So
good
Not
you know.
that you
Men be
measured
measuring
them.
stuff.
we really do.
Y'all love to measure stuff.
We measure height.
We do measure height.
Meat
I
size,
never measured meat. I had a girl measure mine once.
and we measure.
Yeah.
Men lie about everything. We lie about height.
That's
How
we
a
you
lie
fact.
open
about
up with that and just leave
shoe
it there?
size,
Oh God.
meat length,
Mm-hmm.
and
Other hoes.
arm size.
Definitely other hoes.
Definitely lying about other hoes.
Gotta lie about other.
Men stretch numbers all the time.
That's
How
a
much
fact.
money they make?
Can
Men
we
lie about
unpack
numbers.
that for 2024? Why do y'all lie about like minimal things?
Give us a specific, and we'll answer why we lie about it.
We just talked about it. Why y'all lie about size?
Which size?
Whatever size you want to size about.
Oh, there's a reason, different reasons.
Yes,
for-
that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
You gotta be specific.
So, okay. Why you lie about shoe size? You didn't mention shoes.
You go first.
Men don't just like. We don't want to feel like if you just meet like somebody and you be like, oh, what size shoe you wear, and you be like 9, like. Bro,
Sounds petite.
You wear 9, bro? Like, you ain't even in the double digits. Bro.
Right.
Like, you
Sounds like you're a kid.
Feel like somebody
I
can
like
push you over.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Give us another one.
I had a cousin that would buy bigger shoes that he couldn't even fit. Just
Yo, that's nasty
Respect.
work, boy.
Respect.
Nah, I'm a double digit.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, my guy wears an 8.5. Like, lo and behold.
Does
How
he?
tall is he?
No, my guy doesn't wear an 8.
Oh, I was like, man.
I was talking about
But you see how we reacted?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why.
I was like,
Y'all did it at the
now
same
you know why
time.
you get it.
Now you know.
That's
That's
crazy.
Yeah.
Thank God
Yeah.
Daddy's in a double digit. Hey, Daddy. But yeah.
Give me another question
Why do men lie about actual size?
about
the
the size
loose
of our
meat.
meat.
I mean, come on now.
No, there's no come on now.
Come on.
Well, here's the thing.
Because here's the thing: if you're lying about the inches and the size, and then it's trash,
Mhm.
I'm gonna roast the fuck. Excuse me, I'm gonna roast the hell out.
Might as well cuss now. Here's the thing.
I'm working on it.
I've never lied about the size because I'm like, it's gonna be exposed if I lie.
So
Yeah.
why? But you just said
Nothing
something
else is
y'all still
exposed
do
though.
it.
Yeah.
My shoe size won't be exposed because obviously we know how to
Who's
cut
checking?
the tags out of our shoes.
Yeah.
What else? The how
Type of
tall we are
sorcery?
can be found out if I come to your crib and I got to take my shoes off. That's where the truth
Yeah.
comes out.
Why lie about height?
That's
While we're
why
here.
because women
No,
don't
hold on,
respect short
Let's
guys.
go back.
Yeah,
Corey Holcomb
yeah.
had a hilarious
Love Corey Holcomb.
joke, man.
Friend of the show.
Shoot.
About size, right? He said he used to send pictures of he used to find other pictures online of other meat.
Yeah.
And send it
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he
wow.
like in the moment, he like excuse my language, he like these bitches don't check.
What they checking for?
Man,
Yo.
I was on the floor.
You can't pick one too big because then she was like, "Oh, I want to just see that."
Can I
He
see?
like, I would match the
Delete,
color
delete,
up.
delete,
I'm
delete,
like,
delete.
I'm like, Corey, you
That's-
can only do this if you're a comedian.
No, on some
The stuff
no,
y'all
bro.
get away with as comedians.
You know what's
bro.
funny? Corey said that one time,
That's so
and I remember literally trying to follow the advice of the joke, and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna
Huh.
send one," but in reverse, I was like, "She's saying she want to see it. I'm gonna see if she really like me. I'm gonna send a smaller one to see if she really
you
into
guys
me."
Are awful.
I don't care if she like me.
I Googled smaller, hella pause. I Googled smaller dark dick because I'm dark skinned. I couldn't pick a yellow one.
You
Somebody.
saved me. You took everything off loose meat.
Off loose meat.
You
Now he's
Yo.
doing
This
the
is a
clip on
clip.
this one. Oh,
This
no,
is a clip.
On God.
So
This is a
look,
clip.
so I got the pick.
Mark, do not switch the camera
Don't you dare.
at all. All
Focus
CT.
here.
I Googled small meat, bro. Small dark meat. For the picture, because I'm trying to see if the girl really liked me at the time. I send the pic, and she didn't respond. And I was
Oh.
like, oh, man, it's worked against me. So then I take a picture of my actual meat, and I sent it. And she was like, this one fake, the first one real. I was like, no.
Oh,
No.
That wasn't- I don't care if she like me.
It's done now. What's done is done.
Look, I'm gonna send you this massive meat,
Woo.
and it's gonna go in the group chat.
Massive meat, like M2. I like what you did there.
I'm not.
friend.
I'm not
For a
putting
brother to
out
show up
small
in
meat.
sweats with no drawers, it's got to be crazy because that confidence is ridiculous.
Talking
Look.
about confidence, circling that. Yeah.
Nah,
confidence.
yesterday
There
in
you
the
go, friend.
gym
Yeah.
was the first time I was just like,
Let me put some drawers on.
okay, Ted.
You stupid.
Okay, Ted. You gotta put some drawers.
You gotta put some drawers on. Come on, man. Swinging
You gotta put some
dangling
drawers
every
on.
goddamn
What
way.
was the
The hell
moment?
wrong with you?
I was doing the goblet squats, right? And then so it's like,
Could you imagine?
but I was like, in Speakeasy Fitness Gym, they have like what in the fitness industry they call like goon lighting,
Yeah.
where it's just like it's mostly dark in there, but it's
Oh.
like they have like it's like spotlighting,
Ooh.
right? So it's like.
Y'all fancy?
Like it makes everything look more pronounced, right?
Okay.
Like, like the shadows and
All
everything,
right.
right? And so like I like to do a set, get up and walk back and forth to the mirror. right?
Uh-huh.
So as I'm walking towards the mirror, I'm just like, "Ted, this is out of control. Like, you out of control."
You look at your shit just swing.
I'm
You
pulling
like,
my
man.
shirt down like it's a
Crazy.
dress. I'm putting it down. I'm just like, this is out. It's a
I
girl.
can't.
It's a girl. It's a Hispanic woman
God.
next to me
Get
working
me
out,
out.
and it's just like I see her.
Seeing you, see
Left
you.
it, and I'm just like, yeah, this is out of control. Yeah, you gotta cover this up.
Did you talk to her? Did she talk to you?
No. It was just like
She just gawks.
I felt like either she was intrigued or she just like,
Lord.
this man is a creep. I got 911 on speed dial.
She creepier for staring at you.
Right.
Here's the thing. I'll be honest with you, man.
Locking eyes in goon mode. That's crazy.
I have an envy for you because I'm a grower. I'm not a shower. So apparently
Heard.
you able to just walk around
And be
here
like, "Hey,
with
friends."
the meat.
Look, you don't be knowing though.
Mm.
As a man, you don't know.
Does that happen? I mean, not to
I
be
feel
in
like
your business.
women tell you, like,
Huh.
because like I'll get the comments
Yeah.
on like the live. It's like I'm posting the workout videos. I ain't even thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like the comments will be that from women, and I'll be
Oh.
like,
They DMing you.
yeah,
Okay.
Damn.
yeah. And I'll be like,
Why don't you do a squat on
That
me,
ain't-
Taz?
Can
They
you
be
do
like,
this
"Oh,
slow motion?
that ain't even what I'm on. You know what I'm saying?
That
But
ain't
it's like-
even what I'm on.
as a,
Does
as
it
a
matter?
man, look, I just feel like as a man, you don't know if you're a grower or short.
Oh, you know.
Oh,
You know.
let me say how to grown man business. So
Man,
how you know?
You know.
Ladies, I'm learning today.
And I've had
I'm in school.
I'm not gonna sit here in front like women have been like, oh, you doing your thing. But I
Yeah.
know the significant difference from when I'm excited and when I'm not excited.
Mhm.
And when I'm not excited, I'll give you another example.
Oh,
New
God.
Year's Eve at the crib, it was onesie party, like I said, right? It
Child, I'm scared.
was a onesie party.
Maybe it's a good thing we missed it.
Yo.
No, seriously.
Maybe it's a good thing we missed it.
I would
So,
have roasted his ass.
I had the onesie on,
oh, God.
and I was like, man, this material is very thin. I don't want them to see me soft. So what I'll do
This
is
is what he was saying before he bought it.
no. I have
This
it
is
on.
premeditated.
So I had a cup. I put the cup on, and I was just wearing the cup and the onesie, and everything was cool. Nobody knew anything until it was my turn to get up for taboo. And then when I got up for taboo, all the girls was like, "Hey, you got a lot of meat," and I was like, "Huh?" And then everybody just started looking at me.
I can't.
And Tange knew what it was because she was like, I told her I had to wear this cup because I was scared them to see the softness. And then one young lady, Nicola Pole, good friend of ours,
She is so funny.
she's hilarious.
She's funny.
She grabs an ornament off the tree and tries to hang it on my meat. I say, hey. I say,
That's
hey.
on brand.
That was on brand.
That's
For
on brand.
real?
Nicole.
So
Shout out
Nicole
to
is hella
her.
funny.
I told them it was a cup, and they were like, take the cup off. I'm not taking the cup off. The cup ain't coming off.
I don't think I've ever wore a cup, bro.
Oh, you wild. Didn't you play football?
I was going to say, isn't that a sports thing?
Look, let me tell you something. I have a funny football story. And it's real
Oh,
quick.
God, I'm scared.
I went for football once, right?
Uh-huh.
I went to be a receiver because I wasn't
can
this
see
size.
that
I wasn't
for
this size.
you.
Oh, I know
went-
you wasn't this side.
I-
Yeah.
Let me tell you
I
something.
went-
Have y'all ever seen Shazam? That's what Tez is.
Stop.
Tez is Billy Batson.
That is criminal.
Last week it was the tick. Now this week it's
Word.
Billy.
He's
That is
Billy
true.
Batson.
That is criminal.
If he yells the name Shazam, his true form comes out.
Yo, you're foolish for that.
Tez is 160 pounds, soaking wet.
I go out, try out, right?
Oh, God.
This big ass dude picked me up and slammed me. The helmet came off. I'm ready to box.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that.
The coach like, oh, you get your ass out of here. Like, this is football. We don't do that. So he tells me, you go over across the street it was a park called Bessemer Park in Chicago, and they had a boxing ring over there, right? So I go over there, go in the gym, it's nothing but Hispanics in there. Like, they in there boxing, right? So I'm like huffing and puffing, right? So the coach, the trainer over there, he tells me, man, you go hit the bag. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see what you got. And I was like, man, I don't need to hit no bag, man. I know how to fight. He's like, oh, you know how to fight, huh? He's like, go get in the ring, right? Put me in the ring with the smallest Hispanic kid in there, right? And I'm just like, dude,
this ain't right.
This kid is finna get mauled.
Mauled?
That kid beat my ass.
I don't doubt it.
Beat my ass. After that, I was just like,
okay, cool.
Which bag?
Cool. This one right here?
bag?
Okay, cool.
Like,
I'm on it.
Street
You know
fighting
how they
and
say-
boxing is different.
You know how they say like black people taking over all the sports? Let me tell you something about them Latinos, man.
Oh, they don't play about boxing.
is boxing and baseball.
Yo, you took the words
their
out of my
sport.
mouth. B&B?
And soccer.
Until you get into the heavyweight ranks.
Oh yeah?
We got that.
A lot of black heavyweights for sure.
Yeah, we
Really?
got that. But when you get to like them little smaller
Like light
welterweights,
featherweight.
bantamweights, all of that stuff right there. Them guys that you say you was supposed to get through a wall.
I can't. Yo, you get not y'all
You
circling
don't fight
back.
the wall. You like
Not y'all circling back to the.
You know what I
throw
mean?
ass through this drywall.
You can't like look, man, when you're boxing is an incredible art.
It is.
But you can't take that boxing shit in the streets.
Nah.
Yeah, nah.
No.
I thought your hands are
No.
licensed after that. You can't like be in fights after you
You
become
can't.
a professional
No,
fighter.
you can't.
You
So
can't.
like if I train to be like MMA, mixed martial arts, I can't be out here trying to fight. So let me ask y'all this. Let's say someone provokes me. I have to really walk away from this altercation even if they're trying to attack me because my hands are licensed?
Yes, unless they physically attack you and you're
So I
defending
gotta let
yourself.
them hit me first before
Yeah. That's also the law if you're not licensed.
Yo, y'all
That's
stupid.
just like genuinely the law.
That's genuine law, unless
I
they
have to
actually
defend
attack
myself
you.
if they hit.
Yeah, it
So
can't
I
be
can
no
just run
swing.
around
You
them
gotta.
until they just get tired or dizzy because if they hit me,
It's a wrap.
then I can stall on them. That's
Yeah.
okay.
But no, you can't. I mean, you can take that. You can take that boxing shit in the street with somebody who think they know how to box.
Right.
Ha.
But if you in there with like a brawler, and
It's a
circling
wrap.
back to your question
Yeah.
again, last fight, like I've always been like a brawler.
Mhm.
Like
Oh, so
I've
you
never
like,
had just like squaring up.
Yeah.
Like it's
Oh,
never
like, let's
squaring
shoot
up.
the
Like
fair
it's just
one,
been
right.
like. Nigga, get your motherfucking
And throw them out the window through the wall.
It's just been like a slam and ground and pound until somebody pulled me up.
Yo.
I swear to God,
That's funny. Now
no
that you think
cap.
of it, I
I've
think
never
that's how
lost
it
a
was
one-on-one
for
fight.
me.
I've been jumped a few times.
Okay.
You gotta jump you.
Yeah, I've been jumped a few times.
You gotta jump.
I got
You
jumped
get
once.
Gotta jump
I got jumped
you.
once, and my cousin was in on it. I looked up like,
Whose side you?
I looked up like,
He been waiting to do that.
and he came over later on and was like,
He
"You
was
good?"
like, "This is
He was
what
like, "You
all
good?"
the time."
I was like, "Am I good?"
He needed some help. That's why he wanted to fight
Yo,
you.
I can't.
It was this. It
I would've
was
put
high
some
school. The sixth
Pepto-Bismol
graders versus
right in
eighth
his
graders. You
drink.
know how you do that thing. And he was an eighth grader, and he was jumping. I'm talking about feet, and I'm looking up like,
oh, that's wild.
like,
That is some
this is
nasty
your shoe.
business.
You know what's funny? I had a stomp story. This is
This is
seventh
getting
grade.
good.
It's seventh grade. There was
Stomp
a.
story.
This is why I don't watch fights in like person. I don't go be part of fights. I don't go watch fights because I don't want to get involved.
Right.
My mom had always told me that. But this particular day, I looked back and they was stomping this kid, and I was like,
Nah.
"Yeah, I'm about to go stomp that kid too." Because it was everybody was stomping him. I was like, "Yeah, it's time to go
I
stomp."
thought this was
I'm
going-
I go over there to
different
stomp,
ways.
and I'm stomping, and then I'm starting to notice everybody is like lightening up when they stomping. And I'm like, no, we stomping. We stomping,
No, we
right?
in this, huh?
He looks up at me out of like 100 kids, and he starts getting up and he chases me, and I'm juking, I'm running around.
Oh, breaking ankles? Okay.
He chased me all the way into the school, and I got towards the principal, and I was like, "Oh, thank God!" I was like, "Yo, he's chasing me," and then he was like, "He was stomping me." I'm like, "Yeah," but he was chasing
He's
me.
chasing me right now.
Man, I got suspended for 2 weeks.
I'm crying.
I'm like, all these other kids stomped them, no punishments whatsoever.
That's
So I
wild.
don't even jump in fights.
I'm not a stomper. I'm a thrower. Whatever I can get my hands on is going. If I can't
Really?
reach you fast enough, I'm definitely sending something your way.
You be
Whatever-
breaking property, don't you? That's wild.
It looks so weak to me when men be throwing stuff.
Because you're not supposed to throw
Because
things
you're
as a
like at a
man.
distance, and I'm like, what? Like I'm just quick. I need something to get there before I get there because I'm on my way.
I also
over
don't
there.
break things when I'm angry because like
I
it's
do.
my
I throw.
stuff.
I'm a thrower
Yeah.
for sure. I've thrown TVs, lamps. I
We're not breaking none of the micro.
No, none of my stuff, but you
Man.
know, something in the area. Yeah.
That's why you
Interesting.
You don't break up.
Yeah,
at
no,
your
I
house.
remember
Yeah.
funny fight in college
public.
with my best friend. I threw my shoe because it was a situation that you guys weren't fond of, obviously. There was a guy in the club who put his hands on one of my girlfriends. We were coming from dance practice, and I just, we definitely stomped him out for sure, but my shoe went flying first. Knock right on that forehead, and it was on and popping after that. They carried all of us out of the club, like off my feet. I left that place with no shoes that day. Not one.
That's a great note to end the show on, guys.
Yeah, God, already? Again?
I know time flies when you're having fun.
Aw.
If y'all want more time, y'all got to put it in the comments.
Y'all can have us screaming and hollering and talking about meats
We
for an
want
hour.
more. Yeah, we want more meat.
Boar's head, got it.
Now that's his clip for sure. What you got coming up, Tess?
Next Tuesday, we'll be right back here.
Yeah, this is very
Well, you
true.
gotta understand the show doesn't drop on Tuesday.
But I'm
Next
just telling them
week.
we'll be back here next Tuesday.
Anyway.
That's all I got going. I don't got shit going on.
Yeah, I'm
This
just
is-
chilling,
this is
living
it
my
right
best
here.
life. You know, I got promoted to manager at my job, so I'm just working. But I'm
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's
I feel
big.
like she probably threatened somebody for that.
Absolutely.
No, I didn't.
If it was a girl manager,
they
she'd-
saw my passion and they know I don't play no games, so they said let's promote the girl. So the girl got promoted. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'll see them next week. I don't have much going on right now, but stay tuned. I may have a fun YouTube video coming. I don't want to give up the creator's name yet because the episode isn't out yet. So yeah,
What you got going on? Like
Yeah.
we need to pop at a CT show, man.
You know what
I
would be
thought there may
great?
be
Oh
one or
man.
two. We got probably a
Yeah,
couple shows
we
coming
got to
out.
record a different day next week. This coming Tuesday, I'm doing a
See?
showcase that I would love for y'all to come
Booked
to.
and busy.
I
Yeah.
would love for you guys to come to. In the meantime, I want to see a part. Why didn't you give her a part? You've been bullshitting on the parts.
No. She wanted to. We was like, let's diet first and then do it after, right? But
He was going to actually do the part today live in studio, but I didn't tell him to bring the clippers because I didn't know if he was allowed to do that. Because Mark, you know we love you, and I didn't want to be cutting hair in his studio. He
Well, we don't want to be Negroes inside.
Yeah,
this.
you know, so I didn't want Mark to be like, "Come on, guys."
What's next? Chicken and
Yeah.
grape soda.
Mark would have cussed us for that.
Everybody does like chicken.
Love
That's
you,
a fact.
Mark.
We out. Somewhere on Sunset. S.O.S. We respond to all the comments. And the reels are coming. Lav has been doing an amazing job on the reels. More reels coming to you. Tez is incredible and would not let up until we named ourselves Somewhere on Sunset.
Yeah.
So we are S.O.S.
Yeah.
damn.
Bye. He's not fucking letting it go.